Connect the dots. La 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 la. Bonus points. You can name that reference. Alrighty then. Welcome back to Plastic Models by a Regular Dude. And part number 6, the final of the BanDai 124 scale P-51D Mustang. Alright, for good or ill, here it is in all of its glory. So first off, just like in the first episode, I want to issue a big thanks to my buddy Keith Short for giving me this kit to build. I've never built a 124 scale aircraft, and it was something. So thanks, Keith. I appreciate it. So let's talk about what my goal was with this kit. I wanted to make a gear up aircraft with a pilot for a ceiling hanger. So I didn't have to worry too much about the up close view of it because it's going to be hanging from the ceiling, so you know it'll be fine up there. So some of the stuff I normally do on an aircraft kit I didn't do on this kit, just because of, you know, A, the size, and because, you know, ceiling hanger. As for the kit itself, I'll put a link at the end for the intro if you want to hear some of the particulars about, you know, where the kit came from, you know, what year it was made and all that kind of stuff. But it's an older kit, and with that in mind, older kits do have some limitations, you know, with fit, with molding processes. But this one actually went together better than I thought it would. It took a little finagling here and there, and I talk about it in some of the videos. And there was some stuff that just was kind of a little bit, you know, crooked, I guess you could say. Didn't really fit like a real modern kit, but still, you know, it builds up into a decent kit. Some of the things that normally give problems are wing roots and stuff like that, and on this one, the wing roots actually, the contours were really good, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I did it gear up, and it did fit. The outline is kind of gappy, but it works. There were a few things, accuracy issues, that I'm not really super huge on accuracy issues unless they're glaring. And in this case, it had rocket mounts, and since I was doing a European theater aircraft, I had to cut those off because, as far as I know, and from what research I did and asking others, P-51s did not have rockets mounted in the European theater. So there's that. But the fit was good. It was adequate. I did fill in the panel lines and rivets with various results, with various success, because that's the way Mustangs were. Now, the marking option I chose for this aircraft is Old Crow, which is Bud Anderson's markings from World War II. Now, the decal set I got actually specifies that it's reproduction markings for a P-51 in some Scandinavian museum, or, you know, warbird group or something. So they're old markings on an old plane, P-51, but like nowadays, you know, it might have been 20 years ago. But anyway, the aircraft was older. So with that, I can kind of use that as the excuse for the wings not being completely smooth, because a lot of these P-51s that are flying nowadays or in museums, they're not as smooth, and they're not as plushy looking as when they were new. And a lot of times you can see the dents where the rivets were. You can see the ghosts of the seam lines underneath the putty and the paint and stuff like that. So we're going to go with that. Now, as you can see on this side, it's missing the call letters or whatever you call it. That's because I screwed up with the decal. The last video I did on this, part 5, was about the decals. It's a brand that I can't remember ever using, and if I did, it was just once. I'd have to look back to see if that's the brand I used. But they're a different beast than most decals, and not having any experience with them, you know, I had a little bit of trouble. And again, this is going to be hanging on the ceiling, so I'll just make sure it's hanging this way for people to see. So anyway, the fit was decent. Took a little bit of work, but it's cool. I used the pilot figure from the kit. He turned out fairly well for, you know, my limited abilities and the limited detail on the figure. But hey, again, hanging from the ceiling, and it's got a pilot in it, so that kind of makes it cool. All right, so I really don't know what else to say about it. It fit together okay. Would I recommend the kit? Yes, with caveats. Either you have to be okay with some seams and some slight fit issues. Build it. If you like doing a little bit of work, like filling seams and having a little bit of challenge as far as lining panels up and doing things like that, I would recommend it. Because in the end, it turns out to be a pretty decent aircraft. One of the things I've read is some of the dimensions are incorrect, and that may be. But I'm pretty sure that in looking at this, even the most expert of people won't mistake this for anything other than a P-51. Okay? Yes, accuracy issues maybe, but it's P-51. So anyway, yes, I would recommend it with caveats. It's a fun kit, big project, took me a long time to do. Didn't take near as much paint as I thought it would because of the size, but it does take a bit more paint than obviously a 1/72 or 1/48 scale kit. But overall, I had a lot of fun working on it. It was an enjoyable project. I took my time. I didn't stress over anything. And in the end, I'll be stoked to have this hanging on my ceiling. So there you have it. So that's it, folks. Stick around for the slideshow here at the end. It won't be as many photos as usual, and they won't be the same type of photos because this is way too big to fit in my little booth there. So I'm probably just going to do it on the desk, and it won't look that great, but hey, at least it'll be some photos if you want to check them out. So anyway, that's that. So thanks for following along with the BanDai 1/24 scale P-51D Mustang project. If you liked following along with this, and you haven't yet, maybe hit the subscribe button. If you like watching this stuff, or if you're hoping I improve my stuff, who knows? Hit the subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. Everybody likes a little thumbs up once in a while. So anyway, that's it. If you have any experience with one of these kits or anything like that, I'd like to hear about it. Or if you just want to chat, put something down in the comments section down below. So that's it. As always, thanks for watching Plastic Models by a Regular Dude. And I will see you all some other time.